I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Oh, my mic was off. Right. So we wasn't even rocking. Right. Glad I ain't even say nothing. So I didn't even say nothing. So I ain't about to repeat what I didn't say. I did say something though. But so, ladies and gentlemen, we rocking. Salute to MTR. Um, MTR did the breakdown, and MTR is one of the best content creators in the world. So it's kind of odd that I got to put my sauce onto this video, but I'm gonna just let him cook, and
I
I'll
wish you
interject where I
luck.
need to because I just
And
did. I will say this before I go. In one of my videos that I just did, I said I was gonna do a reaction to um a video that I heard about of Pearl and Destiny. And I said that Destiny and Pearl are alike to me. I'm gonna elaborate on that more as we watch this video.
you know, I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes you are. Yes you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit
Yeah,
racist.
and the Italians, we do not claim
And
you.
first of all, before we even get to MTR, I need to say this. The strike is having this type of person on your show anyway, when a lot of your content is structured around black culture. Now, Pearl does a good job of not ever mentioning race at all. However, you don't have to when your whole panel's black. So you can keep saying modern women, modern women, modern women, but if you're talking to black guys, black guys, black guys, who are you really talking about? So, but the fact that the first time she mentioned race was saying what she said, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh.
We're gonna
Oh,
be
hey,
here.
the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy.
I'm not going to beat around the bush for this conversation, and I'm going to get straight to the point.
Cook your food, MTR.
Pearl, you f***ed up. You knowingly invited a white supremacist and a self-proclaimed racist onto a platform which is primarily supported by, at least initially, and produced by black people. This comes across as
Your main characters of your show: Auntie, Black Woman, King Riches, Black Man. You went viral over Esther. She was recurring on your show. Black Woman. So MTR is right about what he's saying. 100%. And I brung this up in my video that I did when I reacted to them walking out. Nobody ever talked about why Auntie walked out too. Nobody ever mentioned that but me. I'm the only person that I seen talk about Auntie walking out too. Nobody ever spoke on why. But we're gonna get to it.
insensitive to downright nasty. And I want to be clear. It's not just inviting said person to the conversation that's upsetting, because conversations with people who don't agree with each other or don't agree with a particular position, if done in a healthy way, can promote civil discourse.
Mm-hmm.
But your
Big facts,
up was to not only not defend the people who help create the content on your platform, but to also push a narrative that is insensitive and damaging to those very same people. Pearl, you know that your staff,
because you shouldn't have people comfortable saying stuff around you. It's like I tell people, I'm the type of person that I don't care if 99 people are talking behind somebody's back. If it's somebody that I know, I'm going to be the one person in the room defending you. A lot of people will blend in with the 99 just to be comfortable and like, no, I'm not going to say nothing. No, I'm going to speak up for my friend and argue with 99 people. And anybody who knows me already know what's up. Like, you shouldn't have people around you comfortable saying certain stuff. And then, like, you got this stupid look on your face. And this is what I was saying. I said the same thing about her with the King Richards thing. He was wrong. This was her house. That literally happened in her house. The setup was her house. She never did anything to correct the situation, and it escalated to where 3 women on the panel walked out. 3 different women walked out. You're not about to tell me that everybody was in the wrong. No, you should have corrected this shit, but you didn't. You sat back and watched it happen. What, you thought it was just good content? Okay, I don't think it was good content. So, and it's the same thing with this Nick Fuentes guy. He's sitting there being racist, and you sitting there with that stupid look on your face. Let's go back to her dumb look that she had on her face. This must be highlighted at this very moment. At this very moment, we need to see her face. How
I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Let's go
I
back.
wish you luck, and I don't.
Look at that stupid look.
I really don't.
Let's go back to the look.
I don't.
Look at him. He's got the devious white. I don't even know if I can even say what I was about to say. So he's got the sinister look on his face. She's got the stupid, confused, what's going on look on her face. What's going on is that this guy right here just got called out for being a racist right in your face. Not talking behind his back, not waiting till he's gone, not tweeting it, not texting her friend. No, she calling him out. I'm not wishing you no luck. No, you're a racist, punk. You know what I'm saying? Right in your face. I ain't being fake about it. If King Richards is your boy, and Esther was your girl, and Auntie's your boy, and what's her name? Blossom, you said Blessing. Her name is Blessing. And Blessing is your girl. How you gonna sit up and let this guy be racist right next to you, close enough to backhand this dude for his racism? That would be good content. If you just would have backhanded him for saying what he said, that would have been the best content you ever made. So what you saying? Nothing. You're not saying anything. But you should be. Because now you look stupid. And see, I seen Q from Lapeef's show. Q was like, well, now she looks worse for taking it down. No. No, she don't. Because first of all, she's getting drugged through the mud. If you leave it up, that's supporting a racist. She don't look worse taking it down. She better had took it down. Because if she wouldn't have took it down, I would have had the raw footage to react to, and it would have been even worse. I'm reacting to MTR, not y'all. It's been worse. Been way worse. So let him cook.
I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yeah, you
yes,
are.
you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit racist.
And the Italians, we do not claim you.
Oh, hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy.
First of all, he just threw the Italian race all the way under the bus. Now we know that there's a lot of people who don't like a lot of people for whatever reasons, but he just threw the entire sector of Italian under the bus. He said if they found out you was dating a black guy, they wouldn't like you. That's what he said.
And produced by black people.
Big facts.
This comes across as insensitive to downright nasty. And I want to be clear. It's not just inviting said person to the conversation that's upsetting, because conversations with people who don't agree with each other or don't agree with a particular position, if done in a healthy way, can promote civil discourse.
And I agree with him. Again, I already repeated this part, but I don't care if it ain't healthy. If you want to pull up and say what you had to say and keep that same energy, go ahead. As long as you want to keep that energy, I respect it. Don't be fake about it, though. So you can be a racist. Go ahead. As long as you're going to be one. Don't not be one when you was one. Don't, when the camera and lights come on, you ain't racist now. Be racist. Come on with it. Let me be clear about it. Don't Joe Biden me. Don't Joe Biden me. Be real with it. Come on with the racism. So I know how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
But your up was to not only not defend the people who help create the content on your platform, but to also push a narrative that is insensitive and damaging to those very same people. Pearl, you know that your staff is mostly black people. And I'm talking about from a production perspective as well as a talent perspective. You also know that the majority of your content utilizes
the black. Now, so I'm going to say it again. Her main characters is black. Auntie, King Riches. Esther was a main character on her show till she got kicked out, and then she got kicked out, and that made her one of the main characters some more. All of her main characters is black people. What is Amber? What is Brittany Renner? I don't know what she is. Tate mixed. Like what? The viral clips of hers are from black people. You get what I'm trying to say? So like how you sitting here letting this racist dude
relationship issues. You could have had black people sitting in the same room with this person in order to combat some of the hellacious things that were coming out of his mouth, or to have a different perspective that would have lent itself well to demonstrate the respect for the people that watch your content and that you employ. I don't think that your platform would be as big as what it is today if it wasn't for the essential utilization of black people, black relationship topics, and black talent.
And that is big facts, but I will say this, because this is important to note. Pearl is a unicorn. And this is how. It's not just her race, okay? It's a race, but it's the fact that, first of all, she's in London, right? So that opens up the market. Then she's the only one of her in her space. So she has a lane where, and anybody that knows anything about content creator, when you're the person, when you're the one person that's you, that people can come to for your type of content, you're going to blow. She was a unicorn. She is one still. On top of the fact that she puts out a lot of videos. Her work ethic is crazy. And she got a production team. It's not just her. You get what I'm saying? So when you put that together, you get a 1 million subscriber channel. So But as far as the content itself, she needed Auntie and King Riches and Esther and is that girl named Blessing or Blossom or whatever? We're gonna get to it because she's gonna say her name. I think her name is Blessing. It's not Blessing though. It's something like that. But anyways, the other girl, the light-skinned girl. So,
and the talent came from all over. When you include the likes of an Andrew Tate, all the way down to a Brittany Renner, and even
Tate got her channel at least 500K subs. Half her, not half of her subs, because she's damn near at 1.3 now. But a lot of her subs came from the connection with Tate. Like, she got a lot of content from him.
From a content creator perspective, from me to a Melanie King to a Sarah Garvey to a King Riches to an Auntie Jenny. So for those just unaware of what's been going on, Pearl has recently come under fire for these particular comments.
I'm trying to get my Africans in America, my Africans. Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in
get
trouble.
This
sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Root said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Now, before we talk about why she's actually right, I want to talk about why the very first time you chose to speak on race, you were talking to a white supremacist. Is this who you feel comfortable talking about race with? Why don't you feel comfortable talking with Auntie Jenny about race or King Riches? Why are you so comfortable with this supremacist speaking about race? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. She's not wrong. I don't care what anybody has to say to me. She's not wrong about that. It's called trauma media. It's trauma. Like, they sell trauma to everyone. This happens. I believe this is I've said this on camera. I believe the closest movie that we've seen to slavery is Django. And that's because we've seen money exchange. They never show it to you, even though we know people pay for their freedom. You never see how. So they do embellish it. It's not wrong about that. However, you don't know enough about the culture to be speaking like this. You don't know enough about the culture at all. So for your first piece of content ever, even saying the words black, she never says black women. She says modern women. She never differentiates race at all. So the very first time you step into the race pool, you're saying some stupid shit coming from you because you don't even understand. See, I'm saying that they embellished it for a different reason that she's saying it. I'm saying it because I know how it affects our people to where we have tunnel vision and don't hold ourselves into any type of accountability. But when she says it, it's to duck the actual accountability of her culture, period. It's a big ass difference. A big, huge ass difference. So, and you can see, we have to go back to the dumb look on this idiot's face. If you go back to the look on the racist face, this is information that he thought it was cool.
Boy.
They're gonna
get
trouble. This sounds similar to the.
Look at him. This is what happens when a racist person is having a conversation about racist things. This is the look on Bart Simpson's face after he asks for Amanda hug and kiss at the bar. Like, this is sinister. She's feeding the hyena with this dumbass take. And like I said, it's not wrong. I have to admit that. We got to be real about that. It's not wrong. It isn't. It just isn't. However, why you ain't never say that to nobody else? Why are you talking to this man? And notice that I am strategically not speaking on the part where she said, bringing my Africans to America. Oh, because we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that part. Don't worry about it. I heard it. I heard her say it. Don't worry. I heard what she said. Don't worry. We got some time today.
Slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Root said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish. And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
The thing is, see, she has no sympathy for the plight of slavery at all. Her people never went through it, so she's not speaking from the outside in. I mean, she's not speaking for the inside at all. She's speaking for the outside, just talking. A talking point that she heard, like she does a lot. And that's one of my issues with her, period. If you look at my channel, I don't really be reacting to her stuff. I reacted to, when old girl and them got kicked out, I reacted to Brittany Renner. I don't really be reacting to pro stuff. I don't really. And the reason why is because I feel like she's just like Destiny. They're just like computerized talking points. I never seen her really take a stance as a woman. Like, I know that she has the type of content that she makes, but women are still like women. Like, certain things just trigger them as women. Like, I never seen her be a woman. And that's weird to me, and I don't like it. So, like, you can try to co-sign the content all you want to, but I'm looking at you. I be looking at people. I study people. So, like, I don't really like her. I never did. I've said that a lot. I've said that on camera multiple times. I don't really like Pearl. I said it on that video that I did with about Esther and them. I did another video after they tried to call the girl transgender. They blocked that video from getting any type of views on TikTok. That video got like 10 views. My videos I get a little bit of views on TikTok. That video got like 15 views. They didn't want nobody to see that. Everybody should have been mad about that. I wanted to incite a riot. I wanted the people of the community to be mad. They get mad at that type of stuff. That's misgendering to them. They don't like that. And she did it just because she was mad at her. And I said it in that video. I said she probably got a problem with black women. She's deep down got a disdain for them. It's like a little jealousy or like a thing where she feels a way about them. I said that. And now everybody sees what I'm talking about. It's funny watching the mustard catch up. The whole internet's talking about this.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Now
what's crazy is that I came across
I have to keep saying that that's not wrong, because if we don't recognize that as not wrong, then they'll keep controlling people. They really do that. So that's not wrong. But here's the thing about it. And this is like a double standard, but it's reality. Everybody can't say everything. I remember Mitt Romney. I remember one of the first examples I seen. It's like, damn, but is this the truth? But then I understood it. Mitt Romney, when Mitt Romney ran for president, Mitt Romney said, and I quote, "It's too many black people on welfare." He got drugged for saying that. Why? Because he's white. It was true. It's still true. But you can't say it, buddy. Watch your mouth. Get somebody black to say that for you. But see, Pearl's problem isn't even really what she said, it's who she said it to. And that's it. It's who she said it to. Because I don't think that's not wrong. I'm gonna say that one last time. It's the last time I'm gonna say that. That part about them embellishing things and making them worse than they actually were, it's true. Very true, actually. But that's a conversation for us to have with each other, not them to have with each other, because it's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. And I say this all the time. It's like, okay, the race war we lost. And the reason why it's important to say that is because what do people do after a war? They rebuild. So if you're still fighting a war that you've already lost, then you're going to keep fighting a losing battle. But if you recognize that you lost, the rebuilding is going to be better. Like, you lost a war, that's done. Rebuild now. You get what I'm trying to say? So for us to recognize, okay, they embellished some of that stuff. Like, it's true, but some of that stuff they did, that's part of the rebuilding process. For them to do it, that's like the same thing as taking critical race out the schools. Like, what they're doing right there is taking critical race theory out the schools. Big difference in conversation. It's a whole big difference. So, like, I don't like it. I don't approve of it.
Comments while I was live streaming a couple of days ago, and what started out as a laughy, jokey live stream where I wanted to talk about my time up in London, quickly diverted.
MTR was just there, like,
to
I ain't
the
been
worst
on my YouTube game, dog. I've been off my YouTube game. I ain't been reacting to stuff like I need to. MTR was there. I never did any reactions to it. Melanie was there. MTR was there. It's a couple videos I wanted to react to. I never did. Now I'm not going to. So he was there. He didn't know about this. This happened a couple weeks ago.
Live streams that I've ever had in my life. And honestly, it was a trip to hell as I discovered the magnitude of the conversation that she had with this figure by the name of Nick Fuentes.
And the lesson, let's just cut straight to the lesson. The lesson here is the people that you align yourself with. It don't even look like to me that she's lost no subscribers. She's still at 1.3 something. So, but her PR team, her PR not looking good. So she got some supporters, but yeah, the lesson is the people you align yourself with. Because everybody was cool. The only people that hated Pearl was women. Now, and the people who just kind of was on the fence about her, like me. And then now it's people on her head. And the people who respected her want it all back. Like MTR, he was just on her panel and now he's disassociating himself with her, like, because of that. And it was her, but really it was him. It was Nick Fuentes worse than her.
To the comments regarding slavery being embellished. I said this on the stream and I maintain it today that Pearl needs to be held responsible for this comment. Likening a quote from the writer of Roots explaining a myth for his people to hold on to does not.
Right. And here's what's important about that. Most people my age learned about slavery from Alex Haley. Roots. They showed it in other school. You watch Roots. You didn't know about slavery till you watch Roots. So that's what you thought slavery was. So it's important that Alex Haley did that and for people to understand what was being done. It's important for us to talk about that. What are they talking about for it? What is your purpose? What is this racist, not Pearl, but this racist guy who has the Bart Simpson face, what is he going to do with this information?
Not Nick.
Other than say, oh, slave. See, this is what I'm saying. People not catching what I'm trying to say. if you say this type of stuff to him, he's gonna take it as, see, yeah, right, slavery. He's just gonna use that as, see, slavery wasn't a big deal. Well, really, that's not what she was saying, but that's how he's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're not done with her comments. Like I said,
the documented history of the atrocities that happened to Black people. And I'd argue that Roots was a light depiction of the savagery that my forefathers had to go through to ensure that I would be here today. But
it was a light depiction. You want to know why? I recently caught a pick. I be saying that I have not seen movies that I didn't watch as an adult. So a few different movies, I tell people I never seen them, but really I seen it for real. And Roots is damn near one of them. And I realized that once I seen a little bit of it, like this probably was like a month ago. I don't remember where I was even at. It was on. I was watching it. And when they were coming over from the thing, like before they got there, before they stepped foot onto the thing, he was like, we're going to catch some and we're going to buy some. How did he know he could do that? How did he know he could do that? That was weird to me. And as a kid, as a 7-year-old or 8-year-old, whatever age I was when I was a little kid watching that movie, you don't pick up on that type of stuff. You wouldn't even recognize it. But how did he know he could do that? And then they showed little certain clips of like the leader of the other little thing being a snake. It's like he knew what was going on and turned a blind eye. Like when they sent them out, it was like he knew they was about to get caught, but didn't say anything. Man, whatever. So it's little bits and pieces of that movie that you probably didn't catch on to when you was a kid, that if you watch it as an adult, you'll be like, damn. Okay, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was a light depiction too, because I said this. I did a whole video about this. Actually, I don't ever want to see another slave movie that doesn't involve money exchange. If you're not showing me somebody making money and paying for their freedom and people buying stuff and doing stuff with the money, I don't want to watch your slave movie ever again. We know about the beating. We know about the whippings. We know about all that shit. Show me somebody paying for their freedom, or I don't want to watch it ever again. Show me that. That happened. I need to know how. I need to see it. I want to see it. I don't want to see all the other shit. I know about the other shit. Show me the money now. Show me the money. Because I know people had it. I know they was making it. I need to see how. Because that's going to open my eyes to a lot more about slavery once I see the money. Because I know how people are. Regardless of whatever you say, I know how people are. Oh, this is what they was doing? Oh, so they was getting this much for cotton? Oh, so they was competing on how many bushels they get paid for? Oh, so they was competing on how many bushels they make per day? This is what people do. Never mind. Keep cooking, MTR.
Let me explain a little bit further how thoroughly that this actually is. Because for me, it comes down to a question.
We've only scratched the surface,
ethics.
actually.
You're interviewing a known Nazi sympathizer and an anti-Black creator and not offering any pushbacks whatsoever.
And my question would be, forget about the pushback part. Take that part out. Why are you interviewing him? What's the purpose of him being on your show? It's gotta be like, you won't think that's counterproductive to your whole show? Why would you have this guy on here? What is his purpose in your content creating, Pearl? Like, for the type of content you make, what is his purpose? I never seen it do. So maybe what does he talk about? I know what he is. I know who he is. But I don't know what his purpose is. other than to bring her down. She aligned with him, and it all went bad. People talked all this stuff about Tate, misogynist, and all these things about Tate. But when she aligned with Tate, what happened to her channel? Now, when you align with Nick Fuentes, what happens to your channel? It's a whole different, it's a different thing, different explosion, different one. Different one. It's the difference between going to the moon and going to hell. And like I said, I don't even see her losing subscribers. So that's like people don't even give a damn about this. However, it's a big deal.
In fact, you're adding in your own fake news regarding the embellishment or the exaggeration of slavery. Additionally,
and then even if it is true, listen. What he just said is true, because Alex Haley was really the one who added in the fake news. So if you quote him, you're adding in fake news now too, and you're doing it with Bart Simpson. So MTR is right about that. Regardless to whether they really did embellish or not, she added in fake news by saying it to Bart Simpson. That's his new name. Anybody that's seen his face, you already know what I'm talking about. He looked just like Bart.
There were times within the conversation where it's laughy, it's jokey, it's kikiing, especially when you got specific in certain comments that reflected on CP time. And let me also say this, is that generally CP time is something that's laughed amongst people of melanation, but it's not taken as a joke.
Yeah, they talked about well, he said it. The Italian dude, he said he's late. Oh, he was on time because he thought he had to be there an hour before that or something. And then they was talking about being late. And then her girl, she talked about how she was late, and it was like because she's black. And then they laughed. Yep, that happened. Sure did. And like I said earlier, if I had the raw footage of that interview, this whole thing would be completely different. It'd be a whole different vibe of what my whole thing. Like, this is my first sip of my little tequila. I would have had a few sips by now if I'd have had that raw footage. Sure would have. So she did good taking that down before I got a hold of it. Cause woo. Sure did. She took it down. Better had her.
Joke.
But a lot of people got bits and pieces of stuff that I done heard it. So I heard the part that what he's saying ain't on this video. I heard it on a different video. Shout out to O'Shea. So she said that. That's what happened. They was talking about us. He was talking about being late. And then she threw her friend under the bus, who's a black girl. When she says she wants to get her Africans over to America, she was talking about people working and how is that on this clip? We gonna see. I think it is.
When you're doing it,
if it ain't, don't worry. I got y'all.
Who is a self-proclaimed racist.
Big fact.
Now that I've had the opportunity to digest all of the information, now that I'm not on live stream with thousands of people looking at me, and in the back of my mind thinking towards the tens of thousands that are waiting for the perfect reaction from me.
That's funny because I feel like I just feel like I be in my bag most live. Oh, he said he had to wait to react to it when he wasn't on live, but I feel him though, because he was watching the video and then they started talking about that stuff. But everybody's works differently, right? He's one of the best content creators in the world, but everybody works differently. That would have put me right into my mode. Like, wait a minute, what? I'd have sat up like, yo, they said what? Like, excuse me, what's that mean with the guy where he does that would have been me. So I don't know. Maybe that's like my rap background. I just work better. Like it's like freestyling a little bit. So that would have put me in my bag. I wish I had them that footage. So like I said, I didn't know that. Like I said, I didn't know that I was gonna talk this much over his clip. I thought he broke it all down. I thought I was gonna put a little bit of sauce on it, but no. It needs to be a lot.
Question why you didn't sympathize with the plight of African Americans or black people in general, and not once in the
she's a chameleon. That's why she's blending in with her people. But the thing is, never mind. We'll hold off that comment.
View. Did you have at least one pro-black stance or some form of ethical defense or cultural sensitivity for the people who carry your production machine?
She doesn't do that. Not to stop you, MTR, but I wouldn't expect that from her because I don't even see her do that as a woman. Like I said, it's weird to me watching her do this stuff and never literally be a woman in any instant. Like I'm watching you on camera, listening to people and responding to them, and your womanly instincts never just kick in and make you just be a woman. Like you're always being a talking point. I don't like it. I really don't. I like authentic people that I get that feel from when I listen to them talk. I never got that from her. She's just a talking point. Everything she says, she heard it from someone else. She doesn't have any original thoughts. Like, and I don't like people like that. I mean, obviously people would know why, but I don't like people like that. So I wouldn't expect that from her, MTI. I wouldn't expect her to step outside the box. Like, oh, no, don't say that. Because what information is she going to give them? It's just like Destiny. I compare them to each other. They're just alike. They're just alike to me. They're alike.
Machine forward, or the people that you know that watch your channel. That's questionable at the very least, and it shows to me a degree of misguided that you are regarding our culture, and that you have some introspection.
And honestly, I don't even know which person I would even from her. And I just was thinking about this in my head. Out of all of the people who come onto her show, I don't even know which person I would want to represent the culture. I know it ain't King Riches. I can say that. Who I don't want. I don't want him to be, I wouldn't want him to be the guy to been the person like, no, Brev, don't. Hey, Brev, what are you talking about, Brev? I don't even know what he would say. So it can't be him. Maybe Auntie Jenny would have checked his ass off the rip. Just her natural flavor just would have been to check his dumb ass. But so maybe her. But other than that, I didn't even know who would have even checked him on her camp. It's a bunch of people I could think of to do it. But from her camp, I don't even know who she could even had. Old girl had to do it. She was speaking for herself. She said the Italians don't claim you. She was speaking for her own race. So, I don't even know who the hell they're accountable, bruv. I don't know, MTR.
And you have to find a newfound respect for understanding more about the people that work for you, or who a component of the content is made for. The embellishment of slavery is where you display the true level of your insensitivity and lack of understanding about the culture that you have immersed yourself in.
And guess what? And I'm going to say this again just because I'm going to say this again, Pearl. You weren't wrong. But guess what? I can say that, and you can't. But you should know that. It's a lot of stuff you can't say, lady. You can't say nigga. That's like saying nigga. What you just said is like saying nigga. I can say it. You can't. Big deal, you say it. It's cool when I do it. It's a problem when you do it. Okay? So you, lady, should have had to and this is my thing with you, Pearl. I've never heard you do it. You've never been like black women. You literally stay in your lane. You say modern women, women in the West. You never say black women. I ain't never heard black women come out her mouth. Even when she's talking to them, she says modern women. So like now you want to talk about race, Pearl? And this is what you do? This ain't it. This is not it, Pearl. This is not it, Pearl. Okay? This ain't.
Whether you like it or not. Pearl, at the end of the day, you're f***ed up.
Big time.
I completely, as I said on that stream, denounce your statements.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you need to be held completely accountable for your words and your actions. And I want you to do it for the sake of my history, for the sake of my community, for the sake of my audience, and the people who have followed me and will continue to follow me, Pearl. The people that found you through my channel because of these actions. And Pearl, we had a one-on-one conversation before I recorded this video. And I told you I can no longer work with you. We had a dating show that was in the pipeline, and I was super excited about releasing this content on your platform and then cutting it up and putting it up on my platform and react.
Bro, do you know how fire that would have been? Like when these content creators get together, it really be a moment. It's like an all-star game. That shit was fire. Like when him and Melly got together, that shit was fire. Like everybody seen that chemistry. People thought they was messing around. They might be. Because it was great content. And like, so that would have been fire. And he can't do it. And I feel him. It's more of his morals than anything. It's like for my battle rap fans, it's like the people that still work with Avocado. Why? And then that's why that the audio and stuff was messing up at the what's the name event that they just did. but
to it, we did
the
great.
reason why people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. The reason why people work with Avocado because he's the best. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like if it's for like your pride or yourself. Like if he was working by himself, he would still put that dating show out. That would blow his channel up. That's closely working with somebody with damn near has a million more subscribers than you because he's at like 580 and she's at like 1.3. She just got to 1 million and she's already at like 1.3. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, so that's a real decision, but it's the right one to make. You know what I'm saying? It's the right one to make because like he don't need her. He don't need her. But you know what I'm saying? So he don't need her.
Content up there. But along with these statements that have come up, I no longer feel comfortable in having that dating show footage released along with the other content that was recorded up there onto your platform. I plan in the future not to release more content up onto the channel regarding my time in London. And to be honest,
like he went way out to London to make content and he had raw footage. Like he was already putting out clips. Like that's a hit to him business wise. He missing out on a lot of money doing that, but it's the right thing to do, obviously. But I'm just putting it in the context of what he's really doing. He went to London for content purposes. and then now he's not putting out the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, honestly. You still got the experience. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's not a hit to him, but it's a hit in a way, but it's not a real hit. So, you still got the experience.
Frankly, it really sucks because I had a lot that I wanted to
definitely
be
your
able
integrity is
to
over everything.
speak about. And again, to my community, to my audience, to the people who have followed me and will continue to follow me into the future, I have to take personal accountability for my working relationship with Pearl. And trust me when I say I take full ownership and full accountability. I had absolutely no idea of the.
Let me stop him first. The reason why he's doing this is because she said that before he went out there. He ain't know, though. So, we forgive you. I do.
Comments that were made in the Nick Fuentes interview. And had I known this prior to, I would not have gone to London. I did not know about this until I came back. And then I went and did a live stream, and then my supporters let me know. For everyone else,
he actually would have saved them some money. And see, because that's what it is. Like, it's an investment into your future. And you're going to get the money back off the content. So, like, him not going would have saved them some money. He's still going to make the same money anyway, for real, for real. So, like, he could have saved some paper. Like I said, you always got the experience. He ain't never been to London. So, you get the experience, but I don't know if he know Melanie. So, he was out there with Melanie. It's an experience. It's, so that's worth it. But from a content perspective, that's a hit.
Else out there who's ever supported the platform and sent super chats, and for everyone who has been affected by this situation, like I said, I take full accountability. For those of you guys that have followed my platform for a long time, do understand that I've selected, at least I thought
I think I started following MTR at like 30K. I think I was probably in like the 30, and it's like 30 when he had like 30K, maybe. He had like 580 now. His channel started to blow up when he did content with It's Complicated and Kevin Samuels. That's when he started to take that turn into blowing up a little bit. He gonna hit 1 million too, though. But
selected with a fine-tooth comb.
But it boils down to what he's saying right now.
Who I have chosen to work with. If you guys already know, it hasn't been a lot of people. Okay? I've also have a no beef policy on my platform because I think it does us no good to continue to promote fights and spats. I'm all about delivering value at the end of the day. But as a man in this space, I got to take full ownership and full accountability. And along with my accountability, this is now my definitive stance. I can no longer support or associate myself with the Just Pearly Things platform. And for those who still wish to continue to support voices of women that are down into the space who agree with the particular message that we put up on Jump Street, I want you guys to go check out and follow the following female content creators. All right. I got a list of their names right here. Don't want to forget anybody. Chantel Simone.
She dope.
The Crimson Cure,
Super fire.
Danica Marie,
I love her. Danica Marie is fire. Go follow her. Danica Marie.
Six the Goddess,
She's so fine.
Melanie King, and of course, Shahrazad Ali. Questions?
Shahrazad Ali is the proof that the world been messed up for a long time. Like, she tried to correct the world a long time. Like, the dating market, the way it is right now, if people would have listened to that lady, it wouldn't be this way. I could show y'all. I need to do a reaction video to that. She was on Donahue's show in 1990 correcting. She is sounding like everybody sounds right now when they make complaints. She corrected everything, but people did not listen to this woman. She tried. But yeah, Pearl messed up. And let's go back to this stupid look on her face. Shout out to this girl, though, because I know this feeling right here. I wish I could get the whole clip. I need to see her energy the whole time because she held this off. She felt this the whole time. She wanted to get this off. It was too smooth how she said it. Like nobody even asked her. Watch this. Nobody asked her. Nobody asked her a thing. She interjected that on her own. Watch this.
I wish you luck, and
I don't.
Wow.
Nobody asked her. She was waiting to get that off. I wish you luck sound like an ending, like we about to leave. Everybody about to go. Nah, but before we go, I got one last thing I need to say, punk. So salute to her. I need to feel her energy. I need to see the whole thing because she probably felt this way the entire time. So I need to see how she felt, how she was responding because she waited and held this in. Look at the look on her face. Look how she's looking. That's a disdain look. That's a you a bitch look. Look at her face. That's a I will fucking slap you, you incel punk. Look at her. She don't like him. She don't like him. But look at Pearl's face.
I really
in
don't.
comparison.
I don't.
Look at his face. Oh, that's an even meaner face. That's the I don't like you face. That's the get out of my face face. That's the about to text your friend about it face.
I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh.
Yep. Look how she's looking at him. She had to look away to like charge up to give him that look. It's like an evil look. Like she gave him the look, but then she looked away to charge up the mean look like. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She don't like it.
Well, I'm not racist.
Look at Pearl. She's enjoying this. Look at that stupid look on Pearl's face. Idiot look. Okay. So this right here sums up what I really been not saying the whole time, but I want to say. Everybody shouldn't be involved in certain conversations with certain people. When you know they can't relate to you, don't include them in your conversation. It's really kind of easy to do too. Like I had a guy, and I'm going to go find him. I should do it right now while I'm on live. I put up a clip of my reaction to when Esther and them got kicked out. And the guy told me I sound like a female. I haven't heard that from a dude in a while. It kind of threw me off like, damn, what? And then so TikTok doesn't let me respond to people. Anytime I reply, it's a community standard. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. I could cuss. I could compliment them. It don't matter. I literally told a girl that I was about to play the numbers of her stuff in the lottery, and she was my business because I'm a payer. and they still said it was community abusive behavior or whatever. They do not let me get people together in the comment section. But this dude was saying it because I was saying Pearl was wrong. So basically what he was doing was defending his Zama. It's not Zaddy, it's Zama. So he was defending his Zama, right? And I'm like, I forgot what I even said to him because they cut it off. But I'm like, yo, you shouldn't even be comfortable with somebody who can't even mention race in your conversation. That's what I said in the video. That's one thing I do remember saying. I'm like, you're defending a person and can't even mention race in the conversation. But now look what happens. Now I'm glad she never did because these were her views the whole time. So I'm glad she just says modern women and women because as I said, as I suspected, as I thought, as I was watching, as you can go back and watch my reaction video to the whole thing, I said, she probably got a problem with black women. I broke down why, but she got an issue. It's the typical issue. It's the same issue that led to when the black girl follow train happened. Everybody was not everybody, because men didn't care. When I say everybody that looked like Pearl was salty about it. That same salt she has. I said that, and I was not wrong. I was not wrong about that. And she proved it with this outburst. Sure did. So Pearl, and I'm gonna say this, I will say this to semi-defend her. I don't think she's a racist. I don't think Pearl's racist. I think she's because, like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time. I said I wasn't gonna say it again, but I'm gonna say it again. What she said about Alex Haley's not wrong, but she doesn't have any type of empathy for the subject enough to say that. I'm extremely empathetic to the subject. She not at all. So she was just being dismissive. I'm not being dismissive at all. I'm being thorough when I say it. She's being dismissive. Big difference. So this is what we have now. Like, you give people a platform and then they show you who they really are with their affiliate. Like, you being this comfortable around these type of people. And this is what, it's a funny thing I brought up Avocado. For the people who don't know anything about battle rap, it's a producer, or not a producer. He's a producer, basically, because he records. Records and edits footage. He's the best in the business. What happened was, it was a podcast where he was sitting there like Pearl, and two of the other guys were saying racist things, and he was laughing about it. They were talking about black guys not taking care of their kids or something like that. And he was sitting there laughing and joking with the jokes. But bro, you represent black culture. So you sitting there being comfortable with these racists puts you in a spot. That's what happened to Avocado. And this is what's happening to Pearl. Same thing. Your involvement in this Nick's influences thing is limited. However, see, because a lot of people just get triggered off the topic itself, like anything race related. Oh, race? No, we're gonna dissect the words. So your involvement is limited, but your involvement at all maximizes it. Like, you should not have been there. You're like Ja Morant right now. For anyone else, it's not a big deal. For you, the whole internet's dragging you. And rightfully so. You deserve to be drugged. You deserve to be drugged for affiliating yourself with Bart Damn Simpson. People like this shouldn't be comfortable in their delusion around you. If you know it, listen, that's what I'm saying. You want to make content. You know you got this guy coming. Put a black guy on. Put a black woman on. Put somebody on other than that lady right there. She was cool because she stood up, at least for her culture, but where's somebody standing for black culture? I want to see that same thing from a black person. I don't care if it's a woman. It could be a woman, but someone. Because he looked too comfortable around you, Pearl. You gave him a safe space for his racism. I guess that's the best way to put it. I guess that's the best way to put it, Pearl. You gave him a safe space for his racism. And you contribute to it with your stupidity. You added to it with your Alex Haley quote. You added to it with your Africans quote. Oh, I didn't show y'all that part because that was on O'Shea's video, which we should get. I should download it right now and show y'all, but I'll just summarize it for you. She was talking about how Africans work harder than African Americans. And then she was talking about how she wants to get, she literally said, my Africans, y'all heard it. But it just sounds crazy when someone says, I want to get my Africans over to America. That sounds wild. That's like a pause for, you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't saying, it just sounds ridiculous. So within the context of what she was talking about, it made some sense. However, pause. But she didn't help it by adding in the Alex Haley thing after that. Like, you said something that, like, this is what she did. Y'all need it. It's important to put this in a full context of what really happened. What she did was she said something insensitive that may trigger people about slavery, and then her response to that was not to dial it back, but to say, but they be saying slavery is really not that big of a deal anyway. So me saying what I said is not that big of a deal because the whole thing isn't that big of a deal. That's what she did. But you're stupid, Pearl. What you should have did was just dial back what the hell you said about your friend working over in America. You worded it completely wrong. You don't have any Africans to bring over to America. That sounds like Atlantic slave trade. And you knew that. And instead of you dialing it back like you damn should have, you tried to dissolve the whole idea of slavery. And you're stupid. Okay, Pearl? Been waiting to tell you that this whole time. You're stupid. You understand that? You know what that word means? Look it up. Do you know the statistics of people that are stupid? You like to work in statistics. Do you know how many people are stupid statistically? Because you fall in the category right now for that look on your face and for having him on your show. And once again, Pearl, this is your second strike with me. But it's really your third strike. You didn't correct the wrong man. You like to call out women. It's your whole thing. But you never have any inkling of smoke for a man. And as a woman, that's weird. Women have smoke for men. She had smoke for him. You never have smoke for men. That's weird, lady. Especially, I'm not saying just be argumentative, combative with a guy, but when they need the smoke. He needed the smoke. She was right there to give it to him. Right on cue. You wasn't going to give him the smoke. You was going to wish him luck. You sitting here wishing a racist luck. Disappointed in you, Pearl. But I didn't expect much from you ever anyway, but I'm disappointed in you. I didn't expect this from you. I didn't think you were racist, but I didn't think you were insensitive either. I didn't know that you were, but you are. I know you are now. There's no offense or buts about it. You're insensitive. to the topic. But you know, that's on you. So, like I said, I don't think Pearl's racist. I don't. I'm not even gonna be fake and say she's a racist. She's not. But she entertained one. It reminds me of the Scott Adams video I did. When Scott Adams talked about how his use, he doesn't ever have any use. He doesn't see the use for black people anymore. I guess that's Pearl. I guess that's Pearl. You want to take a turn in your content, so now you want to be a shock value jock, or what are you trying to do with your content? Like I said before, I ain't see her lose subs. I know some people unsubbed. I unsubbed. So I know some people unsubbed. And a lot of people probably didn't even still heard about it. I just now heard about this. But like I said, I've been slipping on my content. It's a bunch of stuff. I ain't been making content. I've been slipping on my content. I'm about to start getting back into my bag. But yeah, so I had to come here and talk about this one because I said this. People ignore me. Like my video, I when I be saying like I got a good sense for my shorts, I be like, yo, this short gonna go viral. And then I get like 1,000 views, 1,500 views, 2,000 views. Like, but then I was like, yo, I know this one gonna go viral. I got like 14 views on that short. And it's crazy because it was supposed to go viral. That's a crazy topic. And for those that don't know, because you probably didn't see the video, when Esther, who's a woman that was born a woman, was on that show, she was defending, you know how women do, defending the trans rights things, right? But then the title of the video says, and this is after she got kicked out. This is after she got kicked out. It says, this trans, in capital letters, this transgender, that part's in capital letters, this transgender gets set straight about whatever. But Esther not no transgender. That's a woman, born a woman with a vagina. Whatever is the proper terms, whatever, cyst. But they did that to slip her. Basically, to try to be funny. Because you mad. And I did a video about that. I'm like, damn, I know this about to go viral. The trans community gonna be mad, women gonna be mad, everybody gonna be mad. Nobody was mad. Nobody was mad. Only 14 people seen it. Nobody commented. Well, I don't think they needed it. They didn't want nobody to see that video. I wanted people to see it. I wanted everybody to be mad. I wanted outrage. Anarchy. But nah, to be serious though, I did. I wanted people outraged. Because I thought it was messed up that they did that, especially when, and like I said, I'm not with all of that, all them rights and all that stuff. I think a lot of that conversation is, go to my video. I did a video about it. About respecting pronouns. So, but I right is right. Don't call that girl trans because you mad at her because she got kicked out of your show and y'all beefing. But now you want to call her trans because she defended the trans. Women defend trans people and gay people all the time. That don't mean they're gay and they're trans. You try to slip her, and that's weak. And I don't like that. So I called it out. And it's part of her problem. She's fake. And I'm going to say it again. That's why Auntie walked out. She was being fake. And she never calls out the right shit. Maybe she can't. Everybody don't got that type of spirit. Everybody ain't like old girl that said what she said to this dude. Pearl maybe just not that type of person. But so what? You want to get on camera, it's time for you to start being confrontational with the people who need it. Especially when they're in your spaces. That happened in her house. 3 women. Like at the end of the day, you a woman. You're supposed to be making these women feel comfortable. And it's a guy making them feel uncomfortable enough for them to walk out of your house. And you never, in any moment, had womanly instincts to kick in to tell him that he's doing something wrong. but somehow I'm watching it and I see it. Like, no, hell no, they ain't wrong about this. Like, y'all think they wrong? They ain't wrong about this. And you never said a goddamn word. And now that same thing is happening to you again, Pearl. You need to get a backbone. You don't start calling shit out, it's going to come back to haunt you. This is the second thing. So, you might want to get a backbone, Pearl, and keep these bums around from around you. No more Bart Simpsons. Like, that's just a career move. Like, that's just something you know better than. Like, oh, man, this ain't something I should be doing. Like, where your instincts didn't tell you that? You thought it was going to be good content? This is not good content, Pearl. This is bad content. But if you want to be talked about, you did what you needed to do, because the whole internet is talking about you. So you did good if you want attention. If that's your end goal, if being talked about, if you said, listen, Nick Fuentes is going to get on my show and everybody's going to talk about it. If that's what your plan was, bravo. Bravo the hell oh, because you succeeded in a major way. I never seen a plan go as according to plan as that. If that was your mission, to get him on your show and for everybody to talk about you, because that's exactly what the hell is happening. But I don't think you like what they're saying. And you had to take the interview down. And I wish I would have known about this when it happened, so I would have had the footage so I could react to it, because I would have been frying y'all ass, because I heard the clip from O'Shea and it pissed me off. See, this clip didn't even make me as mad, for real, to be honest, because I understand the reality in what you're saying. I just think you're stupid for saying it. That other clip, I was mad at. So, yeah. So y'all was on some dumb shit. You were making this lame feel comfortable in his racism. And that's the weakest thing that you could do as a white person, is to make a racist feel comfortable when you rock with black people. Like, you got black friends, you're around black people, and then you get around the racist white people, and then the racist jokes are funny. Hell no. Be one of the people that call out stuff. Like, I was just in the comment section of it was Dwayne Wade and his child. And then it was a comment where somebody, y'all know those type of posts always go viral. So then it was a lady that was saying, well, kind people just don't like seeing people get mistreated, and so we call it out. Now, even though she was defending, Zaya Wade and the liberal side of this, she was taking the liberal side of it. But the point is, when something is wrong to you, you should call it out. Even though that's what the other people was doing that she was arguing with, So that's just a different type of argument. But the point is, if it's wrong to you, call it out. Is that wrong to you, Pearl, what he said? These things that he's saying? You had a black, seeing this some things. I don't need to ask you. Rhetorical question, I'll answer for you. You said you had a black boyfriend before. So when he said what he said about dating a black guy on your channel, why didn't you cut his Bart Simpson face ass off? You should have cringed. Let me see if she cringed. Hold on, we ain't gonna hold her too far. We gotta see if she cringed first. Let's look at her body language when he said
I wish you luck, and
I don't.
Wow.
We gotta look at her body
really
language.
I don't wish luck to
Did
racist.
she cringe?
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit racist.
And the
That
Italians,
looked like
we
a
do
cringe.
not.
I think that was a glitch in the matrix.
Oh. Hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy.
Oh, it cut off. Oh, it cut off.
I'm not gonna beat around.
Oh, it cut off. I couldn't see her body language. I don't know if she cringed or not. So I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, that's cringeworthy. Especially if I don't care if you didn't date a black guy, but you did. So I can't even hypothetically speak to you. I got to directly speak to you. I gotta take a shot, man. I'll light up for this. This serious. I ain't really noticed that part of it before. Pearl, I literally don't care about nothing else you said. I don't care. How about that? I don't care. That is when you're supposed to speak up. When he said what he said about dating a black guy, that is when you were supposed to interject your voice and your opinion. But you didn't. But you didn't. You look stupid up here, lady. I really want to play O'Shea video. I really do. Just so y'all can hear what they were saying about CP time. Just so y'all can hear what they were saying about CP time, I really want to play O'Shea video. But I already broke it down what they were saying. But that's when she was talking about Africans and people working and all that stuff. Well, my point is why, and I said this already, but I'm about to close with this. I just want to know why she's so comfortable talking about race with this guy, but not with the people that you rock with, apparently. I never heard her speak about race, and that's the weirdest part. So, Pearl, and you're a character in real life, and you know, you're a character. You're Pearl. You're just pearly things. But you never step out of character and be a person, and that's weird. So it works for you. It definitely does. Your channels, you know, you can't hate on the channel, but I won't be subscribing or watching any of the content. And it's all the same type of stuff anyway. You're just a carbon copy. Like all you did was watch Fresh and Fit, watch Kevin Samuels, and make a show. You stole Myron's and them's whole swagger, pretty much. You're like Myron, the girl version. That's all you really are. You're like Myron, the girl version. You're like Myron mixed with Destiny. But you got a platform in her work. The work ethic is crazy. That's what got her where she's at. Can't hate on that. I wish I had that type of content making work ethic. I don't. So like, but yeah, so Pearl, you messed up, lady. You effed up. Effed up, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I want to see, it's already people caping. I want to see people continue to cape for you. I need all the same energy from the people who was talking. When I said what I said, I'm going to go to TikTok and find old boy. I got something to say to him. I'm not letting it go. I need the same energy. I need it all. Let's double back. And people that said the stuff that they said, they need to say it back. And see, my thing is, and I hate to even say this because this is a prediction of something that I don't want to see, that I know that I'm going to see. A lot of women, right? And I'm going to do the Pearl right now. I'm going to do the Pearl right now and just say women. A lot of women, right, are going to look at this situation and then not even address it for what it is, but they're going to address men. Like, oh, see, yours girl is now racist. Instead of directly addressing what's being said, they're going to address men for listening to the content, which in reality, this don't got nothing to do with anything she's ever said about women. You get what I'm trying to say? So like they're going to hijack this and turn it into a diss instead of dealing with the shit head on. I can hear that right now. I know that that's going to happen. I hate to even say that, but I know that it's going to happen, right? I know that. I know that that's going to happen. That's a safe bet. But, you know, so other than that, and then, but hold on. I don't care if they do that. Honestly, because a lot of those dudes need to hear that because of them aligning with, I ain't gonna say whiteness. That ain't it. Aligning with just anything, because a lot of these dudes is just dudes that just go along with anything that disses women, just like women is. A lot of women just go along with anything that disses men, and a lot of the men is the same way. They just go along with anything that disses women, like anything, they just align with it. Oh, like, oh yeah, anything that's a diss. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is the dissed person that didn't get no opportunities, never was cool, never was none of that. And so they just sit back on their computer and just hate. It's a lot of people like that. It is. There's definitely a lot of people that's just like that. So honestly, I'm not mad at women that do that, but only reason I say that I'm mad at it, the only reason I don't want to see it is because then they not addressing the seriousness of what's being said. They just would be addressing who said it. And I want to go to TikTok right now. I can guarantee you I will guarantee you it's going to be some women doing exactly what I just described. Turning it around on men instead of directly holding her accountable for what she said, like I'm doing. Because these two things don't really relate, because they're not talking about relationships. That's my whole point. So I'm trying to figure out his whole purpose. I wish I had this whole video. I really do. I really wish I had this whole video, man. I'm telling you, this would be so much different. This would be so much different because I only got clips of it. And we listened to, we've been here for an hour and a half. Well, MTR cooked. MTR video was only like 13 minutes though. But I got a full perspective on this because this is something that I basically was telling people. And I never accused her of being racist. I didn't. I will say, like I said, her being a unicorn does have a lot to do with race. It does. But not in a sense of racism. It's more of just a privilege thing, not privilege. It's a majority relatability type of thing. Like when you look like you, people like to see you doing good if they don't see people like you doing what you do. And it's not no white women in the space doing what she does. So, you know, it's a relatability there. And then you have people like this dude who support. I want to go watch some of his content now. I got to see him talk. I have to see him talk some more. Nick Fuentes got to get a whole clip out of me. Not that he already hasn't, but this was Pearl's clip. Nick got to get his own clip. I got time today. I might download it right now, yo. We got to find this dude. Let me look and see what I can. Let me see. We got to find this dude. I'm going to look it on my phone first, so it's easier. We got to find this dude. I got to hear him talk. I'm thinking in. This is
sodomy is back on the menu. Banning contraceptives is back on the menu. And basically, we're having something like Taliban rule in America in a good way.
So that clip is from People for the American Way. They have a project called Right Wing Watch.
Oh, yeah, this dude is crazy. Don't worry about it. I'm going to find him. He gonna get his own cold clip. That's all I needed to see. That little bitty piece. Don't worry about it. So we'll be back for Nick Fuentes at a later date. He gonna get a whole clip. He's stupid. He's like a troll. If I would have knew this about him, I probably wouldn't even say some of the stuff I said. This dude's a troll. I don't even take nothing he says serious. I don't even believe in him. He's nothing. So yeah. But but he's gonna get a clip though. He's enough to get a clip. He's nothing, but he's something enough to get a whole clip out of me. We'll be back for him at a later date. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another day. So yeah, Pearl, you messed up, girl. And I want to see if you apologize. I want to see if you dial it back or what you got going on. I really want to see this, Pearl. So y'all be good, man. I'm about to be back into my content creator bag. I ain't dropped no videos in a minute. I ain't did no reaction videos for real, just a couple lives. But I'm gonna be back into my bag. Trust me. I'm gonna be back into my bag. I got a few things planned. I got a few things in the works. So yeah, y'all be good.